1-3, the police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Rock Street.
Hi, you're watching the movie Canon? Watch Gio.
And here we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is The Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news. And it is Saturday, April 27th, 2024. And what I'm going to talk about here today is my summer 2024 movie preview or guide. That's what we'll be talking about today. I do have a guest with me, so I'm not going to be doing this by myself. And I am doing the mystery Funko Pop giveaway. If I have enough viewers in the live chat by the end of the show, I'll give you guys more details as to how you can win. But obviously, when we always do these giveaways, you do have to be a subscriber to the Movie Canon YouTube channel or following the Instagram page, and there'll be some instructions a little later. But let's go ahead and bring in my special guest for today. He has been on here before, and he is known as Mr. Tim from VFG Movie Reviews. How are you doing, Tim?
Great. Loving it.
So we're going to do the summer movie preview today. Mr. Tim, are you ready for some of these potential box office hits or bombs? Who knows, but are you ready for it?
I am. This year, it started off pretty slow, but it's gone pretty good so far. So I'm excited to see what's down the road. I really am.
Yeah, and then I mean, you're a big movie buff, movie fan like myself, so I'm sure you probably think this, but you know, when you first see like the list of movies that are coming out in the summer, the big tentpole movies and things like that, I sometimes wonder, like, I wonder which are the ones that are gonna like bomb so drastically, and that are, you know, were marketed so much and very like promoted, but then they end up like just completely bombing. I always think about that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about some of those movies. Obviously, we're not going to talk about every single summer movie that's coming out, but just quite a few of them. I'll bring those up just so you guys have an idea of what's to come in the next like 2 months, right? So the summer movie season, it's not officially, but it's kind of always has been. It's the first Friday in May and usually goes all the way to like Labor Day. I know the MCU kind of broke it a couple times with releasing Infinity War and Endgame that last Friday in April. They kind of like changed their mind on the last minute. So it kind of like officially started the summer movie those years. But it usually starts that first Friday in May. So let's see what we have in store there. Then we also have, so we have I have a big, I'm calling it a big, Star Wars live stream that I'm doing next Saturday, May the 4th. I'm calling it Star Wars Talk. This is something that I did last year as well. So I have a couple of guests that are going to drop by. I have some Star Wars themed giveaways. What we'll be doing in that episode is it's going to be like an episode like this, talk about movies, but of course, mainly obviously Star Wars and some of the shows that they've released or announced. So we'll be talking about that, and then we're also going to go into some figures because we're talking about some potential Star Wars 1/6 scale figures that are going to be dropping in the next week, hopefully. So we'll probably be talking about that. So that's why I'm calling it a Star Wars Talk episode. It's a combined Met Report and like figures talk. So I'll give you guys more details, more giveaways there as well. So I'll give you more details about that as well. So why don't we go ahead and get started with, actually, before we do that, Tim,
Yes, sir.
What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
Was it Abigail? I think it was Abigail. Give me 1 second.
Okay, and well, what did you think about that movie?
Oh, I loved it, dude. So it was a remake of Dracula's Daughter, but the little girl that was in it, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but
yeah,
oh man, she was vicious, like you believed when she was like trying to like fake him out and stuff like that, and like, oh, she was amazing. Yeah, it was Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. And
Oh, you saw that one, the Guy Ritchie movie
yes,
with Henry Cavill.
yes.
Yeah. Last night, technically I went to see a movie, and I'm gonna say I attempted to watch a movie, Boy Kills World with
Oh yeah,
Bill Skarsgård. So I watched that last night, but I fell asleep a couple times. So not great, very derivative, and and was kind of weak, and we kind of seen this before, so I wasn't a huge fan. I was also tired, so that probably was a factor in me falling asleep throughout the movie. But I feel like I got the whole story, even though I fell asleep like 3 or 4 times. So,
oh,
but yeah, I didn't grade or anything. But
so that was the mystery movie on Monday for Regal's mystery movie Monday.
oh,
So
it was.
It was.
okay.
I called it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm excited for this." I'm like,
Oh.
I'm really excited for this because I like H. John Benjamin from Bob's Burgers. He plays Bob.
Oh,
he does
that's
the voice
right.
of Bob and everything. So
Yeah.
he's doing the voice in the movie, and I was like, "Oh, I'm on board for this." Just a dumb action movie with Bob's voice, and I was like totally on board with it. I didn't end up going. Me and my roommate AJ, we go to the movies every weekend, so we both had. I think I had a headache in the morning, and I was like, I just don't want to do anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Well.
he had something for work,
Yeah.
and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I even guessed it. I even guessed what it was, and I didn't get to go. But I'm going that. Tomorrow I'm going to see that and Unsung Heroes.
Oh, okay.
About that Australian singing family.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who they are. It's basically
All right.
story.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. But I've heard some stuff about it. So.
Right. Now I saw Monkey Man, which is about kind of like the action, kind of like
that
John
was
Wick,
so
right?
good. That was
And
really good.
I did like that one with Dev Patel. I did like that one, but this one, not really.
I'm
Not
sorry.
really.
I like that that upset me. I don't know if you listen to her or not. Grace Randolph. I don't know
No.
if you follow her. She's a critic and insider type person and stuff like that, and she just shit on Dev Patel so hard about
Oh,
that
wow.
movie, and I was like, what do you, because he directed it and stuff like that, so it was,
Right.
I think it was part of his story too. And man, I thought it was great. I know it was kind of very John Wicky and stuff like that, but,
Yeah.
but that's a genre now. The John Wick gunfighting, all that stuff, it's a genre now. So
Yeah, like Nobody with what's the guy from Better Call Saul.
right.
So that's one of like those as well.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna get into the live chat right here.
I'll go for it.
We have Aunt Jemima saying, "What's up, guys? Hello there, Aunt Jemima. Thank you so much for being here." Says, "Hopefully everyone is having a banger weekend so far." So yeah, definitely. And there you go, Mr. Tim saying hi and not bad. Let's see, Spirit Halloween Collector saying, "What's up, Movie Canon?" Hello there, Spirit Halloween Collector. Thank you again so much for being here. Then we have Where'd You Get That, Mr. Cody, dropping by here again. Thank you so much for being here. And Jemima saying, last movie I saw in theaters was The Nun 2. So yeah, so that was back in September? Wait, was it in September?
Oh yeah, of last year.
Yeah, it was last year. So
Jeez.
yeah, and then we
Gotta
have
get out some more.
and then Mr. Yomo saying LFG, let's fucking go. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Yomo, for being here. And again, congratulations on the baby. Just became a father recently, like last week. So congrats there. Spirit Halloween Collector saying, what if Universal did a Megan versus Abigail crossover movie? They're both Universal movies, right? I think they're both.
I think they are.
Yeah, so
don't quote me on that one.
Yeah, because I know Megan is a Blumhouse, and then I know Universal has a lot of partnership projects with Blumhouse, so maybe. Right.
There is. Have you heard that rumor? I don't know if you follow rumors or not. That they are thinking about a Chucky Megan crossover.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. And
That
who
could be
knows?
good. That could be
Yeah.
good.
I would be more interested in that, to be honest with you.
I would like to see Chucky versus Leprechaun, quite honestly.
And then, I mean, that's probably not likely though because of the distribution, well, like the rights and stuff like that, right? And,
Isn't it? It's Universal. Don't they own Leprechaun?
Leprechaun?
Yeah.
Unless they got the rights recently, I don't think they were. But I mean, they're about the same height, so maybe they can go at it. So, all right, so we're caught up there with the live chat. So another thing, I already mentioned that we do have the mystery Funko. Again, if we have enough viewers at the end of the show, if we have at least 5, then we'll do the giveaway. If not, then I'll cancel it for this stream. But I'm also doing this other giveaway, the 1/6 scale Mondo Wolverine figure. I am giving this one away. It will be on my Figures Talk show, and I'm planning on doing this giveaway on ideally sometime next month, probably closer to like Memorial Day, around there. So I'll give you guys more details about that.
Is that a morph head?
I'm sorry, what?
Is that a morph head?
How do you mean?
The three heads. The
Oh
one
no
that-
no
isn't
no
that Morph?
no
Who is
no.
that?
So it's so I mean there's obviously there's the 3 heads that you could use, but I mean it's just the Wolverine one. I don't think it's the morph that you're talking about. I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm just thinking about that. Maybe it is.
If that's the animated
Actually,
series, I think that might be more.
yeah, actually, it might be. I'll look into that. I'll definitely
Oh.
look into that. But it might be even cooler than if you have the morph one in there too. So.
Oh, side quest. Are you? Did you watch X-Men '97?
I'm not fully caught up.
No. Okay.
Not fully caught up, and I know
So good. It's so good.
I am liking it so far. I know there's that one episode that people were talking about that I'm about to get into, episode 5, and I basically know what happens.
Yeah.
I basically know what happens, but just for the if anyone hasn't, I'm not going to spoil it here now. But so yeah, so that's the giveaway here, and let's see here. Morph it is, says Aunt Jemima. Okay, yeah, so it is.
Nice.
That is Morph. Hey everyone, what's up? Says The View with Drew. Thanks so much for dropping by here. I don't believe I've seen you on here before, but thanks so much. Okay, so let's move on to the actual show here. So 2024 summer movie preview, The Fall Guy, with Emily Blunt, and of course we have oh my god, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. This shit always happens when I'm
Mr.
live.
Ken.
I swear to God. It's like I know these things, but when I'm live, like, what the hell is this guy's name? Ryan Gosling. Okay, so The Fall Guy, right? So this one's the one that's gonna basically kick off the summer movie season. It comes out next Friday, May 3rd. You know, it's like an action, I guess, like a rom-com kind of, I guess. A lot of people in Hollywood are like praising it, you know, like even Steven Spielberg said that it's a great film and all that stuff. I'm hearing good things about it, and everyone's really high on the whole Ryan Gosling with Ken and Barbie, so I am expecting this to do pretty well. I am planning on watching this, and hopefully it's good. It looks like it'll be at least pretty like a good fun time. But what are your thoughts on this this movie here, Tim?
I think I already got tickets for IMAX. For this.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I haven't even
I
done
think
that.
I think we already got those ones. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I did watch the original TV series. This is based off a TV series.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, it's based off. Lee Majors was the Fall Guy on TV and stuff like that.
Okay.
They did change a bunch of stuff. I actually just listened to a podcast. It's called The Movies That Never Were Made or something like that. And they're covering all the different Fall Guy movies that never got made and everything.
Oh,
And they have the guy who wrote this on there, talking up until he gets to his one, obviously. But they did change a bunch of stuff from the TV series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the TV series, he's a stunt man, but he doesn't make a lot of money being a stunt man, so he becomes a bounty hunter. That's not what they're doing in this movie. So.
Oh, okay.
But I'm hyped for this. I love Ryan Gosling, dude. He killed it at the Oscars.
Oh
Like,
yeah, with the
I'm
performance.
excited for this. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for this. I love Emily Blunt too. She's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, she's really, really good as well. So I'm excited for this. I mean, I'm not super excited. Like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I haven't bought the tickets yet. I most likely, like I said, will watch it, but I haven't bought the tickets quite yet. But it's coming up. It's coming up on May 3rd, so next Friday there. The next one here is called I Saw the TV Glow with Justice Smith, and I mean I've seen the trailer to this. I'm sure you've seen the trailer for this,
Oh yeah.
and I'm a fan. I do like Justice Smith. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch this, but just very quickly, when it comes to the premise of this, if you guys haven't seen or heard about this, the premise of this is called two teenagers bond over their love of a television series. After it is mysteriously canceled, their reality begins to blur. So it might be like a weird type of movie. Who knows which route they're going to take on this? What are your thoughts on this, Tim?
Just by the trailer alone, I'm interested in it. It looks like I think it's gonna be like a semi horror movie, so I'm on board. And it's A24, and I am an A24 whore, so I will I will watch anything A24 puts out in front of me.
Yeah. So yeah, because it did get some like horror vibes and like some other. It just looks like an odd movie. Like it's just gonna be kind of weird looking and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes.
Did you end up? Did you see Justice's last movie?
No, I don't think so. Which one was that? Because I know he had like a few.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, because I know there's.
I don't want to say it. Wrong.
Movies, right? And I think I know which one you're talking about. There's like a
American
Society. Oh, okay. There you go. I have not seen that. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did, and it is actually really cool. I didn't even when I saw the trailer, I didn't know it was David Alan Grier. That was the other actor in it.
Oh, okay.
Until like I actually saw, I'm like, holy shit, he looks so damn different from like I think the last time I saw him, and I was like, holy crap. No, but Justice was great in that movie. I think that movie should have done a lot better than it did, but I can understand.
Yeah, I didn't really see much like marketing for it. I guess that it wasn't a type of movie that people really like, or that the studio really pushed too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but so I'm not helping with that. But eventually, when it gets on streaming, I'll probably catch it. But no, I didn't actually get a chance to watching that one, and then I'm probably not gonna watch this one either, even though I do like Justice Smith. But we'll see. We'll see. The next one is The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, this one's coming up on May 10th. Now, we don't have Caesar in this one, but you know, since Disney took over Fox, I actually didn't think that they would actually gonna make another, Planet of the Apes movies. I know they had the rights at that point, but I wasn't sure if they would actually make one. And here we are. The trailer does look good. It does look really good to me. It was on my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. So I'm excited to see this. There was a little clip, like a very short scene in I'm trying to remember what movie it is that I watched that was in IMAX that had it. But they showed a little scene that you see in the trailer when they're like on the horse and she's like running, the girl's running, and then they're like two apes about to like go head to head.
The big gorilla, yeah.
Yeah, so we saw that. I saw that scene at the IMAX. They show that scene, and I'm excited for this. So hopefully it's good. But what are your thoughts on this one?
No, I'm hyped for this. I'm assuming eventually we'll get to a movie where I won't say I'm hyped for this, but I'm hyped. I really am. I love the original Planet of the Apes movies. I dig these. I would have to say this would have to be a holdover from the merger that they just kept going with it.
Okay,
this seems like this would have been in the pipeline for a while. Just
Yeah,
with all the CG and stuff like that they would have had done to this movie. So
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it did with box office wise for the last one, because I remember the last one was called was it War of the Planet of the Apes? Was it?
yeah,
With Matt Reeves and
it's Rise, War, Empire. Is this the third one? This is the third one, right?
No, this would be the fourth one. Because there's the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, then there's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, and now Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I got it.
And War of the Planet of the Apes, that one was marketed differently than what it actually was. Because I saw that movie and I was expecting something else, and I think a lot of people were expecting something else. We were expecting war amongst the apes and the humans, right? And that's not really what happened in that movie. So, and it was the third one, potentially last one. So that one was a bit disappointing, even though I did think it wasn't bad. It's just I just had a different expectation for War for the Planet of the Apes. But this one, like I said, it looks good to me. So
they did some pretty cool viral marketing for it too. They had it was in where was it? In LA on one of the beaches. They had about 5 dudes dressed up like the monkeys riding horses. Like doing a thing up and down the beach, and then they did some up in San Francisco and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I dig it.
Okay.
I love all that stupid shit.
We have a Spirit Halloween Collector saying Terrifier 3 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm hyped for this. Yeah. So those are more. So that would be like more autumn fall movies. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for Terrifier 3 for sure because I'm a big horror fan, and I think you are too, right, Tim? Big horror.
Fan. Yeah. I was gonna do the first movie that Art's featured in. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but then I was gonna do number 1 and number 2 for my Halloween spectacular that I do every year.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up not getting to them because I put way too many movies on the docket, and I was like, oh well. But no, I'm excited. The fans of the movie are trying to get the theaters to do a Art the Clown popcorn bucket, but it's his head.
Oh, that's right. I've heard about that. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm excited for that. If that happens, I'm excited for that.
I'm interested to see if they actually do that, but. The next one here is a horror movie, Strangers, Chapter 1. This one's supposed to come out on May 17th, and I actually should have mentioned this earlier. All these movies are movies that are set to be released theatrically, not streaming first. So these are all initial theatrical releases, and The Strangers, Chapter 1, is supposed to be, from my understanding of this. It looks like they already shot all 3 of these movies, chapters 1, 2, and 3. I believe they're done already.
They probably shouldn't have done that.
And then, because what if it doesn't do well? So it's like
just by the trailer alone, it does not have the feel of the original Strangers. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't like instill fear in me. The other one did. I was like, wow, this is really some terrifying shit. But this one it doesn't have that. I don't know what it is, why it doesn't have that, but just doesn't have that.
Is it maybe because it's very similar to the original, basically like the original scene, basically? Because I believe, I'm not entirely sure, because I've read and seen that it's supposed to be like a prequel or a reboot, or what do you call those when it's both like a reboot and a sequel, or a reboot and a reboot? What is it? I forgot what it's called. But when you see the trailer, the scene is kind of like what we've seen in the original movie, the 2008 film. I like that one. I did not like that second one. What is it called? I forgot what Prey, I think. Pray at Night or something like that. The second one, wasn't a fan of that. The one with the trailer park situation. Yeah, I didn't like that one, but I did like the first one. I am interested in seeing this. I'm more curious to see what it is they're going to do if they in fact shot all those 3 chapters And are they going to drop them theatrically in 2024? They're going to hold on to them. What if they don't do well? Like, what are they going to do? So I'm more curious about that, but I'll most likely be watching it. But let's see, we have another chat here. All Hallows Eve, says Spirit Halloween Collector, for that first.
The first one, Art
the Clown. Yeah. And then he says it's a remake. So Spirit Halloween Collector saying it's a remake. All right. So let's move on to the next one here. So this is the Garfield movie, animated Garfield movie this time. So, they came up with that one Garfield movie that is quote unquote live action with Bill Murray. Did you ever watch those Garfield movies with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
I watched the first one. I watched the first one and I hated it. I did not bother watching the second one. What is it called? Tale of Two Kitties or some shit?
Yeah.
The second one. Like, no, this movie's not good. And then we have this one voiced by Chris Pratt, who seems to be like in voicing everything nowadays and doing everything nowadays. And then Samuel Jackson, which I believe he plays Garfield's dad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm kind of interested in seeing this. I'm not really that excited to see Chris Pratt again voicing another character. I don't really care too much for that, but I don't know if I'm going to watch this in theaters though. But what are your thoughts on this new version?
I don't know why we like every time they want to redo these movies or whatever, why it always has to be an origin story. Like, who cares that Garfield was abandoned by his dad? Why? Like, it's fine, it's for drama effect, I get it, but I don't think anybody really cares about that, quite honestly. But they did get me with the popcorn bucket. It is Garfield, so you eat out of his back. So
and they're really like pushing those popcorn buckets nowadays, huh?
Oh yeah, they got me. I'm a collector, so they hooked me.
I have one, the Dune popcorn bucket.
The AMC one?
Yes, that one. I do have that one. If they do that Deadpool one, I'll probably get that one too.
I am, yes. That Deadpool one. I'm excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah, definitely. And then going back to this Garfield movie here. So I think they just start with the origin because they're just trying to get like a new generation of people, kids and stuff. Like, oh, here's Garfield. If you didn't know who Garfield is, here's the origin story. I mean, we all know, right? It's older. We know what the whole Garfield situation is, but we'll see. Maybe it's good. The next one is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I believe that's the subtitle of that.
You got it.
With Anna Taylor-Joy, right? Anna Taylor-Joy,
yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited for this. I love the 2015 Mad Max film, Fury Road, directed by George Miller. Love that movie. It was, I think it was my top movie of the year. I know it might have been my top movie of the year. So I'm excited for this. And then we have Chris Hemsworth as playing. It looks like he's the villain of that movie. So they revealed in CinemaCon that this movie is going to take place with a span of like 16 years or so. So I'm interested to see that. So that's coming out on May 24th. I believe that's the Memorial Day weekend there. So what are your thoughts on this?
Wait, this is going. Garfield's going up against this?
Yes.
That was a bad choice. Oh well, I'll take that back. It's an animated movie. It's two very different,
right
people. But no, I'm down for this. I don't know why he decided to do a prequel. Like, I don't know. Call me old school or whatever. I'm in it for Mad Max. I'm not in it for the side characters. I want to see Mad Max's journeys through this horrific wasteland.
Did you like?
I love Fury Road. That was I even watched the black and white version. It was really good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or the chrome version. Is that what they called it? I think they called it the chrome version.
I don't know what they call it. Noir version. I don't know what they call it anymore. But what about the Furious in the Mad Max movie played by here again, forgetting the name. What the hell's her name?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. Damn,
Was it?
it's really
Yeah.
bad today. Charlize Theron.
I think I'm right.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Well, so she apparently had she apparently was a her and Hardy didn't like each other,
Yeah, I heard that too.
and she was apparently really difficult on set, so that's kind of why he went back to recast her and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I'm hyped for it. I'm down with it. I love Anna Taylor-Joy. She's awesome. Menu, she was great in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I would. It's kind of good that Borderlands is an opening next to this, because then you see the good one versus the lame one.
Oh, I see. Which we'll talk about that in a little later here, a little bit. We have Spirit Halloween Collector saying they hooked me with the Slimer bucket. Oh yeah, so we got that
so
Slimer
cool.
bucket.
I didn't get down to AMC to get that. I wanted to go buy it though, so bad.
Yeah, because I know they released popcorn bucket for Fast and Furious when it has Dominic's car, and
Oh wow.
and then there's a Transformers one, and then there's a shitload now. There's a lot of them now, but I've only bought the Dune bucket so far. So,
Well, I go to Regal, so they don't always do like the cool buckets. They did the trap for Ghostbusters, but they didn't have the timer bucket or anything like that.
that would be cool too. Actually, I did see that. That's pretty cool as well.
AMC's trap was better than Regal's trap though, because AMC's trap had the light coming out of it. It was like a plastic thing which made it more for the popcorn. It was like it could fit the popcorn and everything. It was better.
We have my sister Alice saying hello. Hello there, Alice. Thank you for dropping by here. So that's it for Furiosa. The next one is In a Violent Nature. Okay, so this movie, when I first saw the trailer of this, I was like, are they remaking Jason? It's like, I don't think they.
Yes.
This
is exactly what this is. This is exactly what this is.
But it was like, but it's not actually Jason Voorhees though. So let me look at what the actual premise of this is, because this is actually not Friday the 13th.
It's not.
What they describe it is, let's see, it's where is it? I just saw it right here. Hold on a second. Where is it? I'm just looking for the little synopsis that I read. We have In a Violent Nature is a 2024 Canadian slasher film written and directed by Chris Nash. Described as an ambient slasher, the film follows a mute killer who targets a group of teenagers in the Ontario wilderness, with the events observed largely from the killer's perspective. So I like that. That's different. That's a little different, right? So that's a little different. So I'm excited for this. I've been seeing the trailer for this for like months, and it's like, when is this gonna actually come out? But it's coming out next month, May 31st. So I'll be watching this. But what are your thoughts on this one here?
This is Jason. I was sorry to say it, and I want to give this movie like all its flowers, because I love horror, and any new horror movie I'm down with. But this is so close to I almost said Nightmare on Elm Street. This is so close to Friday the 13th. It's really skating that line. It really is.
Yep.
A mute killer, and he looks deformed. I was like, okay.
And he's wearing that mask what he did originally, right?
Yeah, like I'm down for it. Like, I'm definitely gonna check it out, but I don't know. It's definitely gonna get compared to Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which I think will overall hurt this movie. Like, hopefully people like can separate the two and maybe.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Like, I wonder how many. I wonder how many people are going to actually watch this thinking it's a Friday the 13th Jason movie.
Right.
Yeah,
I hope the good critics like do just on its own basis and not just be like, oh, Jason did it better. Jason did it better. That's
yeah.
we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, so we have Spirit Halloween Collector saying it's Jason meets Wrong Turn. I guess yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I've only seen Wrong Turn, the first one, because I don't know how many they made now. They didn't make like a shitload now. I saw the first one when it came out, whenever that was, 2003 or whatever. I don't know if Wrong Turn, the one that I saw in 2003, was in itself a remake. I don't know, but I know I saw a 2003 version of it in theaters. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this. Yeah, I understand the comparison. It's like almost like a ripoff. But it is probably an exact ripoff, right? But I'm interested in watching this, so I'll be watching this. Let's see. The next one is
Oh no,
Bad Boys Ride or Die. I believe that's what it's officially called. Ride or Die. So now I mentioned this a couple times in other streams about how Sony kind of messed up with the title, right? That it should have been Bad Boys for Life, being the fourth one, but they used that for the third film. And I don't know, maybe they just weren't thinking of like, we're not gonna make a fourth film. We'll try to get as much money as we can for this third one, and then let's call it Bad Boys for Life. And they probably didn't even think about it really. But we have Bad Boys Ride or Die. I am very curious to see what the box office numbers are gonna be for this, because I think this is the first like big Will Smith release since the infamous slap.
Ugh.
So I don't know how some people are not going to want to watch this because of that alone, or people don't care and they just want to go see the movie. I mean, I'll be down to watch it still. Yeah, so I mean, I would be down to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it in theaters because I don't know if people who I go with want to watch it. So, but you know, it might be fun. It might be a fun time. But yeah, main thing, like I said, I'm curious to see who's actually gonna, you know, pay money to watch Bad Boys after the Will Smith situation. So what are your thoughts there?
Well, currently Will Smith is in VFG jail. I won't review his movies after the slap.
Oh, okay.
I take the Oscars very serious. That is a night to let the stars shine. Basically, like the original title of the Oscars and everything. And I think that put a very bad black eye on the Oscars and everything else. And I get why. I think after listening to everything that happened with it and all the behind the scenes stuff that came out, like about his home life and everything else, I think I understand it better. And I think I'm going to reverse my decision. But I will go see this movie. I mean, I see all the movies, so. But
Yeah.
I'll go see it. I don't know if they should have killed Joe Pantoliano. I really like him, and I know he has like some parts in this movie, but he's not like they kill him off or whatever, like halfway through it or something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hyped for it. I'll get behind it. Bad Boys movies are fun. I still think two and one are the best ones. I don't think 3 was all that good.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I mean, 3. I don't think I watched 3 in theaters because it didn't really look that good. But then I did watch it, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. So I did end up watching it. I just didn't actually go to the theaters and watch it. But that was released like I think it was like January of 2020, before the chaos with the pandemic started. So he was able to make money. So now we have this fourth one here. The next one is Inside Out 2, Pixar. I like the first one. The first Inside Out movie. It's really good. It won Best Animated Feature Oscar that year. They do have something to work with here because, you know, the lead character, she's older, so you could bring in these emotions. So it kind of makes sense to make a sequel. It doesn't seem like it's a forced sequel. like some other Pixar sequels that we've seen throughout the years, like Cars 2, things like that. So it makes sense to me. I'll be watching this. So that's Inside Out 2. What are your thoughts there, Tim?
I love the trailer. I think the trailer is great, like especially when the new emotions take over and they get put in a bottle, and he's like, "Oh no, we're bottled up emotions," and like just stupid jokes like that. I love.
Yeah.
I went and saw Luca.
Mhm.
That was the last Pixar because they re-released Luca, Soul, and Turning Red.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
those were the pandemic movies, so they put
Right.
them back in theaters and everything. And I hadn't seen Luca. I really loved Luca. That movie was really good. But I'm excited for this. I know a bunch of the cast didn't come back from the original. I think two or three of the characters.
Yeah, I think there was some that didn't come back. I'm not entirely sure why.
So we'll see if maybe that hurts the movie or not. But I think this will do good. I think Disney's getting back on track. Like I know if you go on Twitter or whatever, everybody's like, "Oh, Disney's failing. They've just been failing." I'm like, guys, come on. You're saying that, oh, everybody had a hard time during the pandemic, but yet you're holding Disney on this like pedestal of everybody had a hard time during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You can't even count those years against these companies and stuff like that because nobody knew how to navigate it. Yes, they made some bad decisions. Like they probably shouldn't have taught everybody, "Hey, go to our streaming service." It would have been better for the theaters, but
Yeah, but I mean, they just dropped all these Pixar movies directly into streaming, and it's like, okay, well, what do you do? It's the pandemic. People can't go to the theater. Do you just hold on to the release and release it when the theaters do reopen, or do you just drop it in the streaming service like they did? And then the problem with that, at least this is just my opinion here, is that because they did that, I think the box office suffered, especially when it comes to, I'm only talking about Pixar right now, but I know it applies to other movies, but specifically Pixar, because they did drop those in the streaming service during the pandemic. Now when there's a new Pixar movie that's only going to be in theaters after the whole theatrical the theater started to reopen and stuff, now people are like, well, why aren't you guys dropping them on streaming? You were doing that before, and people got used to it, and they just didn't go to the theater. And they're like, "Oh, we just wait till it drops on Disney Plus." And I know that the box office has been down for specifically Pixar movies. They have not been doing anywhere near as well as they did before. And then we have the Lightyear movie that came out that didn't do well. It opened in theaters.
I really dug that movie.
And then
I
the
liked
movie,
the concept of it.
and then the movie last year that came out, which I actually did like. What was the movie that came out last year? Can't think of the movie now. With the fire and with like the elements or elemental. I did like that movie. It didn't do well either. I think it did better than Lightyear, if I remember correctly, but it didn't do that well. Again, same thing, because people are like, well, you were dropping them on streaming services, so we're expecting you to do that. And right now, it doesn't take a long time to be dropped in the streaming service now. It'll be in theaters for like 30 days, 45 days, and then you can watch it at home.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened there. Let's see. We have Reverse Zio dropping by saying, Gio, hello there, Mr. Reverse Zio. Thank you so much for being here. Reverse Zio. He's been on my show before a couple times on Figures Talk and the Met Reports. Last week, a couple weeks ago, him and his I was going to say his crew of the Wapoosh, Juan and Christian, they were on my Met Report show. So thanks so much for dropping by there, Reverse Zio. And then Austin Nicholas dropping by here. Hey, fellas, I can't stay out shopping, but wanted to drop in and show love. Well, thank you so much, Austin Nicholas. Thanks very much. Again, Austin, He's been on my shows as well. Horror Talk. Last week, he was on Figures Talk. And he just crossed the 1,000 subscribers mark. So congratulations there, Mr. Austin Nicholas. And thank you so much for dropping by here. Always a pleasure there. Both you and Mr. Rivers Zio, of course. So there we go. There. Next. Oh, any other thoughts on this movie, Tim?
No.
All right.
I think it's gonna be good. I think I do.
All right. The next
Oh,
one
here
is.
Here we go.
Okay, so this one is called the Biker. The Biker Riders. The Biker. I'm sorry. The Bike Riders. The Bike Riders. With Austin Butler and Tom Hardy. This movie was supposed to come out last year, and for whatever reason, I think it's actually related to the strikes, like a lot of things, right? So they end up pushing it to this year, and now it's coming out on June 21st. And I mean, I saw the trailer; it looks interesting. I most likely will watch this. This is a Fox movie, and let me just read what the premise is in case you guys have never even heard of this movie. It's set in the 1960s. It follows the rise of the Vandals MC, a fictional Chicago outlaw motorcycle club seen through the lives of its members and their families. The club evolves over the course of a decade from a surrogate family for local outcasts into violent organized crime, threatening the original founders' unique vision and way of life. It also stars Jodie Comer, like I said, Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, Michael Shannon. This movie looks good. I'm planning on watching this, and Austin Butler is like the name right now. After Elvis and of course Dune Part 2, and then Tom Hardy. A lot of us know Tom Hardy, not personally, but in movies and things like that.
Wish I did.
So yeah, I think I am going to watch this. But what about you, Tim?
I am obsessed with like motorcycle gangs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't ever want to ride a motorcycle. I have fantasies of doing it, but there's not a chance in hell. But oh yeah, I was hyped for this because this was originally owned by Disney and then they sold it.
Oh yeah, I think so.
They marketed it and then sold it. I was like, that seems weird, but this also has Norman Reedus in it from Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. I don't watch. I never really watched Walking Dead.
Did you watch Boondock Saints?
It would have been a long time ago.
Oh yeah, he's in that too. But
Okay.
it also has Boyd Holbrook, who was in that one movie that shit. Now I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, Narcos. He was in Narcos and Logan, right?
Yeah. He played what's that team called?
Which team?
In Logan, not the Scavengers.
I forgot.
Ravagers? Is that those the Ravagers?
I forgot what they're called.
Dang
But yeah,
I'm gonna lose
he was
my
like one of the
X-Men card
villains,
here.
right? After praising X-Men '97. Yeah. So yeah, he's in this, but yeah. So coming out in June 21st. Any other thoughts before I move on to the next one here?
No, I dig this. Tom Hardy's awesome. Tom Hardy's awesome, and Austin Butler. Austin Butler's becoming one of my top favorite actors. This kid is doing no wrong right now, so I'm hip for it.
Yeah. The next one here, also in June, actually the same day, I believe. So, yeah, June 21st. So this is A Quiet Place, Day 1. We have Lupita Nyong'o and I forgot this guy's name from Stranger Things, and now he's going to be in Fantastic Four. So this movie, a prequel to A Quiet Place, and I like disaster movies. This is definitely one of those alien disaster movies. I think they need a new trailer because I keep watching this trailer like every time I go to the movies, and I'm tired of it. But it's about to come out. So at this point, it's like, I guess you don't really need another trailer because it's just gonna come out like in a month and a half around there. So I'm excited for this. I will be watching this. I love the first two movies. John Krasinski is not directing this one. But overall, Tim, were you a fan of Quiet Place? Both.
I love the premise. I love the premise of it. I like John Krasinski. He's a damn good director. from what I've seen and stuff like that. So I'm hip for it. It's a horror movie. I'm always down for horror movies. So.
Oh yeah. We have Spirits Halloween Collector saying, thanks for reminding me about these movies, movie canon. And I think you're referring to Quiet Place, right? All right, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one I don't know much about, but it's called Horizon: An American Saga. And again, just like The Strangers, where they're like shot multiple films and it looks like they're gonna release them theatrically. This Kevin Costner movie is a two-parter. So the first one's coming out on June 28th.
Oh no, Gio.
And the second
No,
part
sir.
on August. Oh, that's not the case?
This is a 4-parter.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, they are already working on 3 and 4.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
finish your thing. I'll get into it in a second. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Okay.
off.
All right. Well, for sure this year, as far as I know, Chapter 1, June 28th, right? Yeah, June 28th. And then August,
16.
I think it says 16. Okay. August 16th, Chapter 2. And now you're saying that they're working on Chapter 3 and 4?
Yes.
Is that
Okay, so, well, I just want to be clear. That is according to IMDb.
Okay.
So that could be true or false, but who honestly, come on, now let's really think about this one. What executive greenlit a Chapter 1 and a Chapter 2 of an epic Western movie in 2024? What's the last Western movie you saw, Gio?
I don't remember. So-
You already thought about it too long because there hasn't been one. Like,
Django?
no.
Maybe Django
Oh,
and
Tomahawk, maybe, or one of those two.
I didn't watch that. So
They are banking on that. People are going to go see this, and I'm definitely going to go see this. I love Western movies, but this might be bad. This really might be just a sinkhole of money, and I don't know. I really don't know. When I saw this in theaters, I'm like, what is this? And they should have just done Chapter 1. Not even called it Chapter 1. Just done the first movie, see if it worked, and stuff like that. Westerns are so hit or miss now because all the people that were really into Westerns, unfortunately, are dying off.
right.
Like, if you didn't pass it down to your kids and they fell in love with Westerns, it's really like Rust would have probably came out before this.
Oh, okay.
And we'll never see Rust ever,
Right.
but unfortunately.
And that's the one with Alec Baldwin with the whole
Yeah. And but I don't know. This seemed like some executive got way too excited about this, and I don't know. Isn't he coming off of Yellowstone? Is that what he comes off?
That's what I was gonna just say right now too. That was like maybe they were thinking of Kevin Costner's popularity in Yellowstone, and this was let's give him money to make this Western. That because apparently, from what I remember reading, apparently this is something that Kevin Costner's been wanting to do for a while. I think it might be like a passion project of his to do this. And I think maybe someone's like who's a big fan of Yellowstone. They were like, "Oh, he's big right now, or he's like very popular right now," and that's and then he's directing it too. And they're doing this. So that was my thought process there. But if you were interested in this, here's a very quick premise of it. Set in the American Civil War period, depicting the expansion of the American West. There you go. That's the premise of
That's it.
movie. That's what I have right now. But so there you go.
No.
But let's look at the live chat real quick here. We have Mr. Kuso saying, "Hey chat, hello, Mr. Kuso. Thank you so much for being here." Debbie Rosselli, hi all. Thank you again for being on here, both of you, Debbie Rosselli and Mr. Kuso. You're in the live chat all the time, so thanks so much there. All right, so let's see. Oh, and Storm saying hi all. Same thing.
Oh, nice.
Always on here as well. Thank you so very much there. Okay, so
Spirit's laughing.
I think it's probably safe for me to say, unless I hear like some groundbreaking, this is the new Unforgiven, this is the new The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That's what it has to be.
American West movie. I'm not planning on watching this, but unless I hear that, I'm probably not going to watch this. But there you go.
I mean, well, see, I really liked The Hateful Eight. I really dug that.
Oh, that's right. That is another one. I did like that. And both of them are Quentin Tarantino movies, Django Unchained
Yep.
and The Hateful Eight. Those two movies I did like. Now,
Man, he
Hateful
did
Eight,
2 westerns. That's crazy.
yeah, that is kind of odd, right? But The Hateful Eight, I didn't love at first. It took me a while for it to marinate in my brain, and then I watched it again, and then I loved it. So, Django Unchained and The Hateful Eight. Those are probably Hateful Eight is probably the last one that I saw, if I remember correctly. There might be another one, but I just can't remember. But there you go.
And now I shit on this. I really did, and I shouldn't do such things like that because I've never seen this movie, and you got to wait till it comes out to really make a decision. I hope this movie does good. I really do, and I will champion this movie because I am a Western fan. But let's take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
When I saw, because I looked this up and I was like, where did this come from? And when I looked up that they were working on 3 and 4 was already in pre-production, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this. Then look at the live chat again here. Mr. Brick Artemis saying, "What's up, beautiful people?" Thanks so much, Brick Artemis, for being on here in the live chat. Thank you so very much. And Mr. Brick Artemis was also on my Figures Talk show last week, and he has his own channel, The Bugle 6, Monday nights, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. He's on here often. A great friend, Mr. Brick Artemis. Thank you so much for being here. Storm saying, "How are you, Mr. Q?" And Brick Artemis again saying, "Son's birthday party in a few, so can't stay long." So again, thank you so much for being on here.
Oh, nice. Happy
As long as
birthday.
you are, Mr. Brick Artemis, and happy birthday to your son. Let's see here. Just saying hi to Mr. Brick. Alice saying, what does that say? It's a happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, mini Lego brick. That's what my sister's saying. Yeah, that's funny.
I like that.
Hi, Brick and Storm. Just saying hi to Brick Artemis there. All right, and then more happy birthdays to Brick's.
Got a lot of
son.
love in the chat. I like
I
this.
know.
I like this.
Very nice. Hey, Spirit Halloween. All right, so let's move on to the next one because I didn't think we were going to take this long on this movie, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry.
But no, it's okay because it's definitely something to talk about and address, right? But next one is Maxine, slasher film written and directed by Ty West, who made X and Pearl. And this is another situation where I was kind of like, they gave this guy like money to make these movies like back to back, basically, in X and Pearl. And I mean, Ty West, as far as I know, he's not a very like a common name that you hear, and
Nope.
especially not a household name when it comes to directors.
Nope. He is
I-
now.
I guess he kind of is now. I guess more so in the horror circles and things like that. And then obviously Mia Goth, she's a great actress. I do like her. This one's coming out on July 5th. Now, let me see if I can read a little bit of the premise here. So it says, after surviving a massacre in Texas, Maxine continues to pursue her dreams of becoming a famous actress, all while evading the Night Stalker in 1985 Los Angeles. So I do think I am going to watch this. I'm probably one of the few people who enjoyed Pearl more than X, but I'm assuming you've seen both of those movies, Tim?
Oh, yes.
And
Don't
what are your
forget this
thoughts
is
on
A24, sir.
Oh, that's right. So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm beyond over the moon for this. When I went and saw Pearl and they did the my buddy had to leave the theater for some reason, and I can't remember, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stick around just to the ending of this because I have a feeling that we're gonna get some weird teaser for Maxine and stuff like that, and we did. And I was like, yes. Mia Goth, I absolutely am in love with her. I would marry her in a heartbeat. In a second, Gio. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. She's becoming her who is it? Her, Melissa Barrera,
Scream.
Wednesday, what's her name?
Oh, Jenny Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. The new Scream Queens, man. I'm telling you. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I'm hyped for this. I really am. I think it's a great trilogy of films. And he got off really cheap when he did Pearl, because he had filmed that during when he filmed X.
Oh, okay.
So he was just using the same crew and everything else. So he spent very little money on that movie.
Okay. I just saw the trailer not too long ago, and I'm a big fan of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. It's like one of my favorite films of all time. And there's a couple scenes in there when they're like actually in the set, I guess, of Norman Bates or the Bates house and stuff like that, because they're like filming things like that. I don't know what the context of it, but I was like, just on that alone, I'm gonna watch this. I think so.
Yeah, all the scenes that you see her like shooting a movie or whatever, that's all on the Universal backlot.
Yeah, that's right. And then what was the other thing I was going to say about this? The fact that they're like tying it into a real life killing spree, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting too. The Night Stalker situation there.
Edgar Ramirez.
Right. So just there's a couple things in there that I'm like, okay, I'm interested in this, and yeah, most likely I will be watching it. Let's see here. Oh, Brick's just said thanks to everyone there. The big 7. So Brick's son turning the big 7. Nice. So again, happy birthday there again, Brick, or for your son there. Okay, so moving on to the next movie, and we have Twisters, right? Twisters with Glenn Powell, a rising star, I would say. I don't know about you, Tim, but I loved the 1996 movie with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. And I know they've been working on this, obviously not continuously, but I've been reading for years, they're going to make a Twister sequel. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think Bill Paxton was supposed to be in it, but that never happened, and then he passed away. So now they made this Twisters coming in July. And I'm very excited for this. I don't have many high expectations. I just want a fun ride adventure movie. Like I said, I like disaster movies. So I hope this is good and enjoyable. But what are your thoughts, Tim?
I had a screening for this that I didn't end up going to. Actually, I forgot. So it was supposed to be on Thursday, and I ended up leaving work early because I had a headache. So I could have totally caught this, but it was one of those screeners where you come down and you watch the movie, and then you fill out the thing telling them what you liked, what you didn't like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're still working on this movie.
Oh, okay.
As far as I am aware of what I heard, this has nothing to do with the original movie. It has elements from the original movie, but it does have not a direct tie to the original.
Yeah, because there's some scenes in the trailer that's like, oh, well, that's directly from the first movie, right?
Right.
There.
I think it's the technology from the first movie, but I don't think character-wise, I don't think they have any connection.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah,
like how do you not bring Helen Hunt back? How do you not? Well, I mean, Bill Paxton's passed away, but
right, or maybe like a portrait of, I don't know. You know how they do that. Maybe.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like sometimes some elite character passed away, and then they do a reboot or a remake or a sequel like 100 years later. And then they bring in the portrait of like, oh, so and so passed away, and then you see,
it's on a mantle,
right? Something like that. I do hope it's connected, like you said. Even though it's not one of those movies that has to be the same universe, right? But
yes, it does, Gio.
But I would like it to be that it's the same it's still like it's a sequel. It's somehow connected to it. And then maybe in the movie, maybe it is. Maybe, like I said, they'll show a portrait. Maybe Helen Hunt shows up in a wheelchair. I don't know. But yeah, so
No, don't do that.
and I'm just saying she's not ill or anything. I'm just saying because she's older now. I don't know. Anyways, so that's Twisters. Any other thoughts on this?
No, I'm all right.
All right. So, what a great age 7, says David Stelly. I don't remember when I was 7 years old, but I'm sure it is right. I agree with you, Gio, that there isn't any original characters. Let's see here. Okay, so I think we're done with this one. Okay, so this is the one that everyone's definitely excited for. At least most people are.
Yes.
Of course, Deadpool and Wolverine. We just saw the trailer. They just dropped it earlier this week, right? Like on Monday. And
trailer, the number 2 trailer. Yeah.
Right, the number 2 trailer. Just very quickly, what were your thoughts on the new trailer that came out?
Oh my god. Stop showing stuff. I know it's probably only like very small stuff that they're actually showing and stuff like that. But stop showing it. Come on. I didn't really like. I want to see when they show all the Fox characters that they're bringing back and everything. Like, yeah. I don't want to see those in the trailer. Like, I want to see those like first time and be like, oh my god, they brought this dude back. They brought this dude back. Oh shit. But as you see in the trailer, Azazel's in the trailer. We knew Sabretooth was in it, but Lady Deathstrike's in the trailer. I think there's like 3 other people beyond Cassandra Nova. I don't know, but I'm loving it. I'm so excited for this. I really am. And look how just good Hugh Jackman looks, man. Right. Look at that picture. Look at that vein in that arm. God,
yeah,
this man is vascular. I love it.
He looks just as he always has, and he had a long break, not expecting to come back, and it's like he never left at all. So so I'm obviously excited for this. This is my number 3 most anticipated movie that I have for 2024. So I'm definitely excited for this. I'm kind of trying to not expect too much because I kind of did for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I was expecting so much from that movie, and then it didn't happen, and I kind of got disappointed. So I'm trying not to expect too much from this one, but you know, we'll see what happens here. We have where's the comment I just saw right here? Oh, there you go. Where'd you get that? Says I would like to see Helen Hunt make some kind of cameo, and yes, I mean I would definitely like to see that. I would definitely like to see her come back somehow. Like I said, we don't know if they're connected to the same movie or not, or if it's a complete reboot. But yeah, I would like to see her. Let's see. Agree, says to where'd you get that? Heck yeah, says Mr. Kuso. And then Storm says, I agree. Stop showing. Laugh out loud. Yeah, so that's kind of the issue sometimes with trailers. They're just showing too much. But I do have a feeling that there's still quite a lot more stuff that we are not expecting. So that's why I'm not too concerned. But yes, definitely, I don't think we need another trailer at this point. I think we're good. I don't think we're going to get another trailer. I think those are going to be the 2. I think we'll get some TV spots, but I think that's it. I don't think we're going to get another trailer. Yeah,
it's already starting to get too close to it. And
right, because that coming out on July 26th, so about to enter May. So in less than 3 months.
I like the premise that this is a failed Wolverine. This isn't even a Wolverine that like succeeded in life. This is a failed Wolverine. So, and the scene, I think it's the whole context of that scene. I really do. It might be chopped up a little bit, but when he's like, "Oh, if you don't come with me, you're going to breathe through a hole through your head," and he just smiles and leans into the gun and everything. Oh yeah. God, he wants to die. Oh no.
And then maybe he will, right? In this one,
I don't know. I think he's back. I think he is our Wolverine. I think he is back.
We have Storm saying, I stopped watching the trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, same thing, right? Showing
I
too
feel
much
you.
there. I'm avoiding all trailers, says where'd you get that as well? Saying all that. All right. So
Here,
again,
let me
July
spoil some more
26th.
stuff for you then.
Let's see. Next one is, I think this is Tim's most anticipated movie of the year. We have Borderlands.
Motherfucker.
Kate Blanchett and Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart. Okay, so this is based on a video game, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so based on a video game, let me see if I can get you a little premise here for this. Let's see. So it says here, Borderlands is an upcoming American science fiction action comedy, which is directed by Eli Roth. Now, I did like Thanksgiving, so I did like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of an odd choice for him directing this, but whatever. And then we have based on the video game series of the same name developed by Gearbox Software. And then, of course, the film features an ensemble cast that includes Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Edgar Ramirez, Ariana Greenblatt, Bobby Lee, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis, who won her first Oscar last year. So that's supposed to come out on August 9th, 2024. I don't know if I'm going to watch this, to be honest with you. I have no connection to the video game. I like Kate Blanchett. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. Kevin Hart, sometimes it's a hit or miss with for me. But so I don't know if I'm going to watch this. But how about you, Tim?
God, just looking at that photo, I feel like they are definitely not all in the same shot. Like, it definitely seems like they are not all in the same shot. Or whatever. So, no. Remember when we were talking about movies that are going to flop? This is one of them.
I think so.
I have a love-hate relationship with Eli Roth. I really do. Thanksgiving was awesome. Who the hell thought getting him as the director was a good idea for this? It's not. This movie, I love the video games. And I can separate the movie from the video game. I can do that. And I'll always love the video games. But how are you going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to take characters from the video games, but they're not your video game characters. And why? What's the point of this? And they took from all three games, which again, you need to learn the things to get to those stories. You can't really just take those things and put them all in the first movie. Like, even it wouldn't work. The trailer's horrible. The trailer is absolute garbage. If you look up one of the trailers for the games, the very first trailer for the game, it's this dude named Marcus, and he's like the gun runner type dude in this world, this planet called Pandora and stuff like that. He narrates the whole trailer, talking about these characters. Not particularly these ones, but like Kevin Hart's character, Kate Blanchett's character, the one with the ear, she didn't show up until the second game. This dude didn't show up until DC.
Oh, I see.
Downloadable content for part 2. She shows up in the first game, but she's way younger. They are all way too old for these characters. Also, by the way, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, and I'm not being an ageist or anything like that. They don't fit the characters. The Ariana Greenblatt, she's playing Tiny Tina, who is a very, very beloved character, like viciously beloved character. And she put out a tweet saying, "Oh, I modeled Tiny Tina off of Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn." Well, why didn't you do it off the character in the game? Like,
okay.
Why would you tweet that? I have said it multiple times, and if any of you guys subscribe to my channel, I have videos that I have talked about the casting. I'm going to do another video here soon before this movie comes out, just kind of my final overall thoughts about all of this. But I I wrote her and I was like, hey man, I actually do like Ariana Greenblatt. She was in Barbie. She
Okay. Oh yeah, I know who
the
that is. Yeah,
daughter of
it's America Ferrera. America
yeah,
Ferrera. Yeah.
which they could have been mother and daughter. Holy hell, that was great casting. That was really great casting.
Yeah.
But I said to her on some tweet, and I was like, you need to delete your Twitter. Just shut it down when this movie comes out. Don't get on there because people are gonna rip you. Even from the trailer.
Oh wow.
The jokes are lame. I could go on and on. Let's go. I could go on and on about how bad this movie's gonna be.
Right.
Sorry. This is a sore spot for me. This is such a sore spot.
So I can tell. I can totally tell. Mr. Crusoe saying a very good game, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one. They missed the mark on a tiny Tina, especially in my opinion. It's just what you just said right here. And Kevin Hart is way too short.
He is. I'm
So poor
sorry.
Kevin Hart.
I'm sorry. He is for that character, and that character, like, there's a friendship between Tina and Kevin Hart's character Roland, right? And spoiler warning for the video games. If you haven't played them over the last 20 years, I think those games have been out.
Oh, wow.
Roland dies, and Tina can't grasp that he died, and she did a whole D&D game, which you play. It's a DLC where she brings Roland back in this D&D game and everything, and it's sad as shit, bro. I was in tears playing this game, and yeah.
But you're not expecting anything like this in this movie, though, right?
No, absolutely not. They're not going to kill him. No, they're not going to kill him.
Mr. Cruiser says best DLC ever.
Oh, you see? Yep. Tiny Tina's. Shit. I'm not going to.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next one now.
Wrap up about this. One wrap up about the Borderlands movie. So there is a main character called Handsome Jack, right? He is the overall bad guy. One of the top video game bad guys, and I will fight you on that one. I guarantee he is going to be a cameo at the end of this movie, setting up for a second movie that we're never going to get.
We're
never going to get it. I put money on it. When this movie comes out, Gio, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm going to be in the theater. I'm going to snap a photo of Handsome Jack. I'm going to be like, there he is. I called it.
All right.
And we're never going to see this guy.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm going to watch it, but we'll see.
You're a blessed man, Gio. Let me tell you.
The next one is Alien Romulus. So,
I'm
hyped.
I'm hyped.
The premise here says set between the events of Alien 1979 and Aliens 1986. The story concerns a group of young space colonists who, while scavenging a derelict space station, come face to face with the most terrifying life form in their universe. And I'm a big fan of Alien. There's the Alien versus Predator movies, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but of course I like the characters or the creatures, the xenomorph and Predator themselves, things like that. I am excited for this. I did like several of the Alien movies. I even like the movie that most people hate, which is Prometheus. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I actually really liked it. So I'm excited for this. It's directed by what's his name, Fede Alvarez, who directed the 2013 Evil Dead remake, which I actually really liked too. And then he did Don't Breathe, which I liked, not as much as the Evil Dead remake, but I kind of liked it too. So he's directing this one here, coming out on August 16th. Theatrically, like I said, all these movies are set to be released in the theater. So, like I said, I'm excited for this, and I don't think the trailer has shown too much. But what are your thoughts on this?
No, the trailer was a good teaser. It gave you exactly what you needed. Didn't show too much. It looks bloody as hell. Like, I'm hyped. I said I gotta stop saying that, but I am pumped for this. I love Aliens. I even love the bad Aliens movie, Resurrection Part 3. Like,
Oh wow.
they all.
Okay.
I still love those. And the first AVP sucked, but AVP Requiem, that was pretty. That was way better. That was a way better one of it. Prey was amazing. Like, I dig it.
Was it did you like Alien vs Predator Requiem because it was R-rated and there was no restraints compared to the first one that was PG-13?
No, I don't think the rating had anything to do with it. I just think the way they did it, it's in this pyramid and everything else, and I'm like, this is kind of like, this is just a dumb way to do this. Like, we could do it a different way. I just didn't like that aspect of it. At some point, I'm covering all these movies on the channel. I think next year for the Attack of the Franchise series, I'm covering all these. But yeah, no, okay. Requiem was way better. Was way better of a movie. Better story too. It was just a better story overall.
Let me see here. Storm says may catch it on streaming. And Mr. Crusoe says, I have high hopes for this one. So again, this Alien Romulus. And I think they're also working on a series, Alien series as well. I think it's going to be on Hulu. And so I know when they first announced that they're going to do another Alien project, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was supposed to be the series first and then possibly a movie. But I think they switched it around, that we're going to see this movie first. And then I wonder if it doesn't do well. I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, I think they're probably already. I don't know if they're actually working on it already, or if they're just kind of developing it. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. Moving on to the next one here, and actually this one, fucking Craven.
Gee,
the
Gio,
Hunter.
You're setting me up. People are gonna hate me after this shit, man.
So while I was working on this, it was supposed to come out in August, but from my, I think I heard somewhere that it was pushed back again. Let me just double check on that. But very quickly, what are your thoughts on this Aaron Taylor Johnson Craven movie?
Why does Sony have such issues with making these movies? Like, you have people wanting to come back. You have Maguire wanting to come back. You have Garfield wanting to come back and do more Spider-Man movies. Why are you greenlighting these villains that are only good because they go up against Spider-Man? Craven's an awesome villain, but he's only cool because he goes up against Spider-Man. And then we have the Rhino in this, but the Rhino is drinks a potion and turns into Rhino? Like, oh, come on. Come on. And I'm not saying that Rhino in, what was it, the end of Amazing Spider-Man 1, I think it was?
Was
with
it?
The
Or the
metal
second one?
rhinos. Was it the second one?
I think it was the second one.
You might be right. I haven't seen those. I'm working on those now. I haven't seen those in a long time. I'm not saying that's any better. But we could come up with a better way to do a Rhino character. That he doesn't morph into a Rhino. Like, it's dumb. And I don't need to know that his dad was bad to him. Like, obviously, you're a dude that goes around, kills animals for sport, and then goes and hunts Spider-Man. Like, we know you got a fucked up familyhood. Like, we got that. We get this. We don't need to show it at all. Yeah. I'm not hyped for this. I think this is going to be a big old flop. Just like Madam Web.
I was interested in this initially, but
it is rated R though.
Yes, right. It is an R-rated one, and after watching Madam Web, not so much anymore. But yeah, I did just look this up, and it was pushed. It's coming out in December now instead of August. So I think this is like the third time that they push it, or maybe the fourth time that they push it. So it's not coming out in December. No idea why, but they're pushing it to the Christmas season now. If I remember correctly, I believe the reason why Sony was starting to make these Spider-Man characters or Spider-Man villains solo films is because of the agreement that they had with Disney, with Marvel Studios, that they're going to focus on one Spider-Man in the live action movies, and they couldn't really make another Spider-Man live action movie while the MCU one is running at the same time. So they're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and use some Spider-Man characters that the MCU is currently not using, and then we'll make a solo movie. Hence Venom, this, Madam Web, and well, I don't know if there's another one that I left out, but then they focus on, well,
Venom, Morbius.
Disney didn't say anything about a animated Spider-Man, so let's do Miles Morales. That's from my understanding of this, but yeah, I don't know why they can't do something decent with these movies, but yeah, that's what we have here.
They're I mean, maybe if it is that and Disney's like, oh no, you can't. Go ahead, I'll do the chat and then I'll.
Oh no, go ahead. No, I'll
I mean, maybe if it is that Disney's like, okay, the deal is we're only going to focus on Tom Holland and what we're going to do with those movies and stuff like that. Cool. But you're also messing up by doing these villains that you're not incorporating into the Tom Holland movies. But you're also spending money on bad movies.
Yeah.
Why spend money on bad movies? Like maybe, like I said, maybe if it is that, maybe talk to Marvel and be like, look, we'll do Miles Morales, which he is straight up just a very different version of Spider-Man. That will be our Spider-Man. This is y'all's Spider-Man. We'll continue the agreement with that, and it'll work out. But we can do our Spider-Man and then do these villains.
Yeah,
like it's dumb to do villain movies that you can't do Spider-Man. What's the point of it? Like I hated Let There Be Carnage because Carnage is a great bad guy, like top tier bad guy, and they kill him off. Like this is stupid. This is really just bad. But Sony's always shot themselves in the foot with everything.
yeah.
Hell, remember the email leaks?
Oh yeah. That's when we found out that they were going to move on from Garfield.
Yeah.
And they were going to join the MCU. And
didn't even tell them.
Right, right.
Way to learn you got fired too.
Yeah, I remember that stuff there. So I'm saying I think Sony's trying to recapture some glory. They need to get back to what people want, though. And I don't know. I mean, ultimately, if that's the thing, if that's the reason why they're doing these solo villain movies, I would think that you would invest in more, with the script, with trying to make a better film. It just kind of seems like they're just trying to pumping them out, but then at the same time they keep delaying these movies because Sony. Oh, I know there was another one, Morbius.
Yeah,
Morbius. I know there was another Sony one.
How does your co-actor do a better acting job than your lead?
Right.
How does that happen? How does this, honestly, somebody's got to tell me that one, because Matt Smith killed that movie. Like, he was amazing in that movie.
That scene was funny though, when he got his powers and he was running around. Yeah, that was
and then
an odd scene.
We got Jared Leto just doing nothing. It was so bad. It was so bad. God.
Where'd you get that? Says Cody says was hyped after the initial casting until the trailer. Not liking the changes they seem to be making to his character here. And again, here, would have loved to see Maguire face ATJ's
Yes.
Craven, Aaron Taylor Johnson's Craven. So I don't think that's gonna happen, but who knows? Guess we'll find out. We'll see. But yeah, so like I said, this one was supposed to come out in August. That's why I still have it here. I left it here because okay, let's just talk about it still because it's Craven, and I knew we would have something to talk about. But again, this one's coming out in December now, not August.
I love Craven. I'm a huge comic book guy. Like, I had so many comics. I ended up selling them, unfortunately. I just didn't have them for them anymore. But I'm a huge comic book guy, and Craven is like a top tier bad guy. He really is.
Yeah.
And he's gave Spider-Man a run for his money. But like, if you can't put him up against if you can't put Spider-Man up against one of his greatest foes, and then vice versa, there's no point. There's no point in doing it.
Right. Yeah, well, that's what we got. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Okay, so I think we're all. I mean, I'm all done with the preview here. So yeah, so that was it. Are there any movies that were not on my list, Tim, that you think you were excited for this summer?
I was going along with you. Oh no. Oh well, I could bring up one, but we don't have to. It's not a summer blockbuster or anything like that. But
okay.
It was another movie I was gonna just shit on. I thought it was gonna be on this list, but it was.
Okay, all right. But it would have been a summer movie.
No, it wasn't. It was August. According to IMDb, it's August 23rd.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can bring it up real quick. I don't have an image. Oh, The Crow. Okay, The Crow.
The Crow.
Right. And I was debating if I was going to include that or not. But
again, another sore subject.
Right, so
dude.
Bill Skarsgård again. Yeah,
Bill Skarsgård's killing it. Don't get me wrong. He's killing it. I love that he's getting all these roles. I love that whole family. His dad and his other brother who was on True Blood, and
Alex.
Yeah, and he's amazing. You don't see a lot of him. Like Northman was his last movie I think he was in, and he's amazing in that movie. But again, how are you going to take everything? And I'm not talking. We have come so far in the comic book genre film that we take like the comic books, we take it like, and that's how we do the movies. You only change a couple of bits and stuff like that and go forward with it. How do you not have anything from the comic book in this movie? Like, it is so beyond ridiculous. Like, watching this trailer, I'm like, he looks like a drill rapper from the UK with the dumb tattoos. And how many times have we railed against dumb tattoos on people? Like Leto, what was the last movie that dude just had a bunch of dumb looking tattoos on him? I can't remember, but
yeah, I can't remember. This is the one that I remember the most right now, the Crow tattoos.
Yeah, and then the dude has a lady's face and her nipple is an eye. That's dumb. That is so ridiculously dumb. And there's nothing in this trailer that is selling the romance and the love that Eric and Shelley had. And that's what made the last movie great. That's what made the Brandon Lee movie so damn good. Is you felt that he wanted to get revenge for what they did to his girl. And there is nothing in this trailer that has any feel to that. Any feels to that. And this is going to be definitely another one that's going to flop. I think it was going to flop either way, even if they would have done really good, because Crow's not really a like super well-known, like not even a franchise. I'm not calling it a franchise. But
like an IP.
Well, actually, I would call it a franchise. They had like five or six damn movies. The first two.
Oh, that's right. They did. That's right. But not. I don't think they weren't released in theaters, were they?
The second one was.
Oh, the second one was.
Because I deeply remember the second one.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a crush on the Yellow Ranger, and she is half
Oh,
naked
okay.
in that movie. And I'm
Oh,
like,
okay. All right.
God, how did she go from Power Rangers to this? And yeah, they had 5 movies. The first 2 were definitely in theaters. The last 3 were straight to video, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I remember them.
But yeah, I don't
video
think
releases.
this movie was going to do good either way.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think so either.
And this movie has been in development hell for a long, long, long time. So I wasn't expecting much from it in the first place, but felt they could have got at least a little bit better with it.
Yeah. We have
Thank
we have Aunt Jemima saying the place beyond the pines also had the dumb tattoos in it. Oh, that's the one with Ryan Gosling, right? I think that's the one movie
Think
he's referring
so.
to. I don't remember the tattoos. I just remember Ryan Gosling had like a lot of tattoos again on his body, like the crow. So,
Yeah, like
but
it's Jared Leto should have been the poster child for we don't do tattoos.
right.
Like his
What?
Joker, and you know what's really funny about that? I know this is completely off subject, but when I saw David Ayer's Suicide Squad, I'm like, this is garbage. Jared Leto is the worst Joker on the damn planet. But when Zack Snyder, and I hate to give Zack Snyder any type of flowers in any shape or form,
Oh wow.
because
Not a Snyder fan, huh?
no, Zack is all flash and no substance. He's just a visually good storyteller, but story-wise on paper, no, it's not. He needs a guy to write for him, and then let Zack shoot the movie. That's what it was. Because look what happened with his new movie.
Oh,
It
Rebel Moon.
tanked. It went
Yeah,
to 12%. Like, that's bad. That's bad for a sequel, especially when you're trying to tell a 2-parter.
Yeah.
But when he used them in the extended version of the
Justice League.
Justice League, with him and Ben Affleck going back and forth, oh my God, I was like, now what happened to that? Why didn't we have that Joker? Because that Joker's terrifying and awesome. And what happened?
Yeah. I would agree with that. Debbie Rosselli saying Ryan Gosling needs to stop with all that Botox. Okay, right. So
Hey, he's a beautiful man. I'll give it to him. let him do it. He's a beautiful man.
all right. So okay, so I think we're all done here with the summer movie preview. That was like the main thing that I was going to talk about here today, because I mean this, and I figured it would take a while because it's a lot of movies that we're going to talk about. But now I'm going to plug, on my own channel here, the Star Wars talk that I'm going to do next week, a week from today, May the 4th. I'm going to have a few guests on, and we're going to talk Star Wars, about the movies, the shows, future projects, figures, because I know Hot Toys is going to release some Star Wars figures, at least we're expecting. So we'll be talking about that, everything Star Wars next week. And this is one of the giveaways. There's going to be a live giveaway. Must be present in the live chat to possibly win this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys, not right now, but I'm going to have you guys comment in a video or a live stream. It might be this one, actually. It might be this live stream where you say, I'm a subscriber, follower, whatever. And then when it comes to the actual show, the Star Wars Talk show next week, I'm going to randomly select the winner based on that site that I've used before, that I just selects a comment. So I'll give you guys more details a little later for this one. This is also another giveaway that I'm doing next week, Star Wars Talk. So I'll give you guys more details about that too. So yeah, so I just want to talk about that real quick here. We have Mr. Cruz saying, that says woo. I think this one says it, right? Woo. And sweet, says Storm. So again, next week, May the 4th, that will be my Star Wars Talk special there. Okay, so now I have enough viewers right now that we could do the mystery Funko Pop giveaway.
Oh, nice.
Selecting the winner. Okay, so let's see here. Nice, says Aunt Jemima. Thank you so much. Okay, so now if you are interested in Funkos, like like right now, like I'm kind of like testing things out with the whole Funko Pop giveaways because I've been doing those for years, these Funko giveaways, but I'm trying to like gauge like how many people are still into Funko Pops. Mainly because I kind of stopped collecting it since I started collecting the 6 scale figures. So I'm kind of like thinking like, well, maybe most people are not really that into Funko anymore, but I know there's still quite a bit of you guys that are interested in this. So I'll still be doing these giveaways for the
Um,
time being there. Yeah.
My buddy, he got. He's not a collector. He is not a collector of anything, and he's like hardcore, like stuff like that. He got bit by the Funko bug, and he bought up a whole. He's I think he's got shit. He's got to have like 5 boxes of Funko Pops, not even counting the ones that he kept for his collection and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
That he wants to get rid of, and we called a local store here in Vegas, and I've done business with the dude before. He never calls me. I was like, damn, man. What,
Yeah.
you can't sell, and he's a big seller. Like people come from all over the U.S. to come to his store. It's called Pop Shack, and he's a good dude. He's bought a bunch of my collectible stuff that I didn't want anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got out of Funkos. I only collect the movie poster ones.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because it fits my aesthetic of movies and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, I only have a handful, maybe a handful.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna have you guys who are in the live chat and you're interested in the mystery Funko Pop for today, go ahead and put in the live chat. Either you're a subscriber or a follower or both. Just to see how many of you guys are actually interested in this. I know a lot of you guys said that you love Funko and all this other stuff, so it looks like a lot of you guys still want this or still interested in this. So just put in there in the comment, and then what I'm going to do here, it's going to be an emoji movie title thing that I've done this before. You know, I put like a bunch of little emojis or whatever, and then you tell me what is the movie title, and then whoever does it first, they will be the winner based on the timestamp, right? So we have a few of you guys on there. Okay, so there you go. A lot of you guys are doing that here. As I am both, so that's all right. So we got plenty of them. So let me just check on something real quick here, and then we'll go ahead and do that. So again, it's going to be emojis, and it's going to represent a movie title. So you would just tell me what that movie is. And as I mentioned a little earlier, I'm not gonna do this process for the Star Wars giveaways next week. Like I said, I'm gonna have you guys comment in a specific video, and then we'll use a website to actually randomly choose one. And then if you're there presently in the live chat, then you'll be the winner, right? So that's how we're gonna do that. So let me just look for something real quick here. Let's see. Well, we do that. Tim, what
Yes,
are your movie plans in the next a week?
Well, like I said, I got Unsung Heroes and Boy Kills World. Today is Challengers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then next week, well, all 3 of those reviews will be on Monday. And then for next week, we have Greed is Good week that I'm doing. So we're doing Wolf of Wall Street and both the Wall Street movies, Michael Douglas movies.
Yeah.
I try to theme my weeks, and it was supposed to be Spider-Man this week, but work has been hectic and I haven't had time to sit down and edit my videos, but those will all be up between today and tomorrow. So
very time consuming.
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I watched. I watched Spider-Man 2 again in the theater on Thursday. So it was.
I wanted to go see him in theaters, but
yeah,
I didn't.
I forgot all these corny lines in that movie, but I still like it though. I still think it's the best Spider-Man movie. Okay, so are you guys ready for the emojis for the game here? So here you go, guys. So whoever does this first is the winner. So good luck, guys. here you go. And then Tim, if you know it,
Yes, sir.
don't say it. Just
Oh,
say
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
All right, here you go. So, what is the movie?
Oh, I got it.
My sister Alice saying, if anyone has Harkins nearby, they're playing Breaking Dawn Part 2 on May 7th. So there you go. The Twilight. Wait, that's the Twilight movies, right? Breaking Dawn. Yeah, Breaking Dawn.
Yeah.
Part 2. So the last one, the last of the whole saga there. Okay, so we have
Storm got it.
Storm. Storm got it. It is
She's
Blair Witch.
quick.
Yes. There you go. Alice was second, and Spirit Halloween Collector was third. So there you go, Storm. You won. I know you won before, but you won the Mystery Funko. Alice is saying they played them in order starting in January. Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it
nice.
was like a monthly thing. So yeah. So towards the end of April, there's 4 movies, right? 4 movies? No, 5 movies. Yeah, 5 movies. 5 movies because the 4th one is part 1 and 2. Where'd you get that? Also got it, but after.
I think I'm reviewing all of those this year or next year for my Attack the Franchise series.
Oh, okay. So we go there. So Yates Storm, congrats. A lot of congrats here. I had 0 clue. Had I? It says
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't Storm win the last time I was on here?
What was that?
Didn't Storm win the last time I was on here?
Probably. She's won. She's won several times already.
Nice.
I always crack under the pressure of the emoji game. Congrats to the winner. Yeah, I've done that a few times because you're like, wait, which one is it? Which one is it? And I was like, then you have to type it in there. Yeah, so Storm won it. Okay, so you're gonna have an option, Storm. So do you want a Marvel mystery pop or a Star Wars mystery pop? So you get to choose. I won't always be able to do this, but for this one, you could. Storm says, "Oh, are you a Lucky Charm? I have won twice." Yeah, Tim. So
Nice.
you're the Lucky Charm there. Debbie saying, "I still
take
don't
it."
understand puzzle." So yeah, so that was a Blair Witch Project. So Storm, as soon as you let me know if you want a Marvel or a Star Wars. Oh, there you go, Star Wars. There you
Oh,
go.
you should. Sorry.
Okay, so all right, so you want Star Wars. All right, so here's the mystery Funko that you have won. Where is it? Okay, so you have
Oh, nice.
so that is the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi from this movie, from the TV series.
Nice.
So that's
Looks
the one
good.
that you have won. So I'll send that out to you. Message me on Instagram. I know you've won before, but message me, and
Oh.
so you can give me your address and just tell me which one that you actually won there, so I know which one that is. I got so amazing, says Storm. So damn nice, says Mr. Kuso. So there you go. That was the winner there. Storm, message me when you get a chance, as soon as you can, so I can just send that out very quickly out to you. And I think you're in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah. So little plug here on my channel here. So Figures Talk tomorrow night, episode 11 at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure that if you're interested in this, click the notification, and hope to see you guys there. We have the Canon Council here and my panels, so we'll be talking about figures and things like that. And then again, like I said, the Star Wars thing next Saturday, 12:35 p.m. Pacific time. I'll give you guys more details about that throughout the week and things like that. So all right, so let's go back to that's all black. That's all. Debbie was saying, how are people walking and trees? Blair Witch. Seriously, am I done? Well, I was looking for.
That's half the movie.
For well, that is true. That is true. Also, that they're just like walking around, right? But
Yeah.
I was looking for one that is running. but I couldn't find one that I thought there was a running emoji.
Don't laugh.
Like yeah, this is don't laugh. But yeah, so you guys got it. So you guys got it. But let's see. So let's go on and move to plug your channel there, Mr. Tim.
Oh yeah.
VFG Reviews. So what do you have going on?
Actually, in about 30 minutes, my review for Warlock, The End of Innocence, review's about to go up, and that completes my Warlock watch. That one was really bad. It's really bad. But like I said, next week we got it is Greed is Good week, so we are doing Wolf of Wall Street and both the Wall Street movies, and then Challengers, Boy Kills World, Unsung Heroes will all be up on Monday. Yeah, I mean, come over, subscribe. Just an average dude talking about stuff I love, and I hope you all dig it. I need more subscribers.
So his the link to his channel, to Tim's channel, VFG Movie Reviews, is in the description. So if you're interested and want to subscribe, watch his content, the link is there in the description there. And I don't know if I've asked you this before, Tim, but what does VFG mean?
Okay, so originally my channel was a gaming channel.
Oh, okay.
And I fell out of love with the gaming sphere, the retro sphere, and stuff like that. And I was like, what am I going to do next for my channel? Do I just let it die and just fade off? And I was like, no, man, like, I'm so passionate about movies, and I absolutely love movies, and I have way too many to do. So I'm like, I rebooted it and did VFG Movie Reviews. So VFG stands for Vegas Fallen Gaming. So I wanted to hold on to a bit of that channel because I was proud of that channel. Like, I think there's still some gaming stuff up on this channel that I didn't get rid of because it was good. It was good content. I think there's some playthroughs on there and stuff like that. And I know there's some lives that I did that played through and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see those 3 years ago.
Yep.
3 years ago, and yeah. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. So I was fun, curious. Yeah. Well, Vegas Fallen Gaming. There you go. Vegas Fallen Gaming. All right.
Did I not change that? Oh shit! I gotta change that.
you just saw that right now here.
Yeah, I did. I knew in the back of my head. I was like, have I changed my banner? I haven't changed. I gotta.
Yeah. Storm says, I'm already there, just usually racing on, so can't watch on TV. I'm talking about it says, can you pin the channels each week? How do you mean by that? I'm not sure. But yeah, so Tim, thank you so very much for being on here again. This is the second time you're on here, and
I love it, man.
And I know you don't do, obviously we just went through your live tab there, and you don't have anything in the last 3 years, but are you planning on doing any I don't know, live streams, movie related?
So I'm currently I think I said it on the last time I was on, but I'm currently reworking my studio that I have and everything. If you see right over this shoulder, there's a big bright spot. I have a window that is behind me, and I'm getting this stuff that's going to cover the whole back wall. I'm putting in some more. You can see it on the Schindler's List box. But I'm putting in these fake like brick panels in the back, making it all done up. I'm working on a space that I can do my Funko reviews and figure reviews, because I am a figure guy. I am.
Okay.
I'm not your level of figures.
That's what I was gonna say right now.
My pockets are not that deep, man. I would love them. My friend up in Canada, she's a huge fan of Hot Toys, Sideshow, all those guys, but my pockets aren't that deep. I'm a NECA, horror NECA guy.
NECAs are good.
the Hasbro Marvel figures. I was collecting those for a long time. I ended up selling those, but I was collecting AEW and wrestling figures and all that type of stuff. And I love doing the figure reviews. I don't think I'm very good at it. There are some on my channel currently, but yeah, I'll get better at it. I'm working on tons of stuff, but
Okay.
I will be doing lives again. I went around the block to come back to this. I am going to be doing lives. I'm going to do 3 days a week to start, but I do want to do 5 days a week.
Oh.
I'm shooting for the end of what's next week? May? What's next month?
Yeah, May 1st on Wednesday.
So the end of May, I'm shooting for it.
Okay.
It's going to be called Basement Movies. If you get the double meaning of that. If not, I'll tell you off air, where we don't offend anybody.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm excited for it. And we're going to talk about everything. I'm going to show new pickups of movies, stuff I like to collect and everything. We're going to talk about movies. I am going to have people on. I'm going to start working it out with some people. Definitely would love to have you on there, Gio. You showed me love, so I would love to get you on there and stuff like that.
Definitely. Just let me know.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, thanks for that. So you heard it here first on the movie canon, the Met Report. So, all right. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you, Tim, for being on here again for the live chat. If you're watching the replay, thank you so very much. Figures Talk tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Check that out. And next week, Star Wars Talk. So, again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I'll be seeing you guys next time.
Bye, guys.